Imagine how great it must be to travel on the Nina or Pinta. Amazing ships. These replicas were docked in the Norwich Harbor, Norwich, Connecticut. Here's the truth about Christopher Columbus. Dillan Marshall, first mate, tells us more.
So I kind of like to talk about the Columbus's expeditions and say, you know, how he had the idea to find a westerly trade route to the Indies, which is what we know as Asia. So Columbus was trying to find a new way to get to Asia by sailing across the ocean sea, which is what we know as the Atlantic Ocean. And he kind of stumbled upon the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and when he got there he thought that he was in Asia, or the Indies, which is why they called the native people Indians. It's not because they thought that they were in India per se, it's just that they thought that they were in the Indies. Also, it's kind of a misnomer that Columbus was sailing to prove that the world was round. That really didn't have a whole lot to do with it. Most people at that time knew that the world was round, they just didn't really know exactly what size it was, and no one had really yet sailed around the world. So yeah, also I like to say how Columbus made 4 voyages, and each time that he sailed across the Atlantic Ocean he thought that he was returning to Asia, the Indies. He didn't really want to believe that he was not a success. He wanted to think that he had done what he had set out to do in finding a new way to get to Asia. But even though he made 4 voyages, he never actually saw North America, what is today the United States. The man that we know as Christopher Columbus never saw the North American continent. It was just the Caribbean islands, Central America, and South America that he discovered or explored. Of course, there were already people there. He didn't exactly discover it, but he did explore it, and he discovered it for the Spanish people. Yeah.
If you ever want to step back in time, come see these state-of-the-art replicas from the Norwich Harbor. This is Sweeney reporting.